It's unfortunately we had to mull that, but you know, can't win them all, right? And no, we don't want to mulligan down to 6. This is a good hand. This is kind of aggressive, like we were looking for. Hopefully he doesn't have a drop every turn like he did last time, but... Come on, land. Alright, it's not a land. And we'll bash for 1. Get in there, Fume Spitter. And we'll drop a Dark Steel Axe. That's a good card to see. We really didn't want to see a creature there because I would consider Galvanic blasting it just so we could start getting through with that Dark Steel Axe on the Fume Spitter. We wanted to see a land there, but of all the cards we could have seen, that's a good one because it's aggressive. And yeah, having a 3-1 bashing on turn 3 is good. Not to mention it could sack itself to do the 1-1 counter, which is nice. Let's see what this is. There's a land. So we could Galvanic Blast, but we wouldn't be able to actually play anything. So after the Galvanic Blast, that is. So I don't really mind the Tumble Magnet actually. Tumble Magnet and tap. And then if we draw another land, we could do Galvanic Blast and make another play, and Tumble Magnet would also still be online. So that might be good. Although I think I'm just going to run this Necrogen Scudder out here. He has to play a creature and equip it with Bladed Pinions, and that creature has to... we can still Tumble Magnet and Galvanic Blast it and keep bashing with a Necrogen Scudder that's hopefully a 5/3 with his axe on it. So let's go ahead and play Necrogen Scudder. Yeah, I like that. And we're not going to bash. I'd rather... Well, the question is, do we want to trade Fume Spitter for Auriok Replica? And I think the answer is no, because if he plays something with 3 toughness, we'd be able to deal with it with the Galvanic Blast plus the Fume Spitter. And plus, if we can completely clear... Let's say we draw a land next turn, we could blast one thing, drop Tumble Magnet something, tap it, and then bash for 6, put him at 10. So that card's not so good against our board. So I kind of like putting the Darksteel Axe on the Necrogen Scudder and bashing, and then just keeping the Galvanic Blast open. Yeah, let's do that. Get in there for 5. He may sack the Auriok Replica to prevent 5. I also kind of want to keep this Galvanic Blast in hand for as long as I can, because we may be able to use it as a finisher for 4 damage to the face or 2 damage to the face. Bellowing Tangleworm. No, we're not going to block that. Alright, so let's try to get Metalcraft on if we can. We can bash for Scudder, and he's not going to bash for Tangleworm, so there's no point in dropping Darksteel Mirror unless we're just trying to get Metalcraft online. Although we may just want to do it so that we can, once he does drop, or equip the Bellowing Tangleworm, we could drop Tumble Magnet the following turn. He'd have to sack Sylvok Replica. Going through so many things in my head right now. Trying to talk out loud as best I can. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bash. We're obviously gonna bash for Scudder. We also could just play the Blade Tribe Berserkers. Yeah, actually, I don't mind playing the Blade Tribe Berserkers. Because then next turn we could drop Tumble Magnet and bash for 8, because he's not going to trade here. He'll probably block Blade Tribe and sack to kill the Tumble Magnet. Decisions. And then the last option I'm considering is just dropping this Moriok replica, which I like, because every single time I talk about dropping the Tumble Magnet, I'm like, well, I don't want to get that removed, because we're using that to tap his dude that has Bladed Pinions on it. And if he sacks and kills our Bladed Pinion, or our Tumble Magnet, then we can't do that anymore. So I think we'll take 4. That's fine. Down to 12. 6 mana. Jeez, that's not what we wanted. Oh, Worm Coil engines are good. I've heard. Can we kill him? Put him at 5. I think we can. We put him at 6 life with the Necrogen Scudder, which is definitely the first thing we're gonna do. Necrogen Scudder's doing his job, that's for sure. And we could drop Darksteel Mirror. I mean, when he bashes with Worm Coil, we're probably gonna block with Fume Spitter and then just sack it before damage goes through. And we don't want to drop Tumble Magnet because he's just going to kill that with Sylvok Replica, and we're going to use that to win next turn. So Darksteel Mirror is the play. If he tries to bash with Bellowing Tangleworm for some reason, we can block that. Oh, but I guess he can also just give his Worm Coil flying, which is kind of frustrating, but... no blockers. We're gonna sack. If we put it at 5, he goes up to 11. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sack that. Almost Warden. So he's making this a lot harder for us. Worm Coil. You are a frustratingly good card. Well, we could bash with Scudder. And then... I think we still could have this. Bash for Scudder is the first thing. What I'm thinking is we can grasp and galvanic blast his worm coil to prevent it from doing damage. How do we get that last bit of damage in there? Because he's at 6. Hope to find an arc trail. It's about the best I can think of. Yeah, that's about it. So we're going to see what he does next turn. We definitely can't let worm coil get through. We could also just grasp his worm coil and then leave it like that. And he gains 1 up to 7. Yeah, I like that better. That's much better. What am I talking about? And grasp that. Zuri's Brigade we're not scared of, because if we're going to win, we're doing it next turn. So next turn we drop Tumble Magnet, we tap this, and then we Galvanic Blast and Bash and win. We don't even have to have the Metalcraft on, but you know, why not? So we probably had no business beating that Worm Coil engine, but you know, we hung in there and ended up pulling it out. So that's why you never just concede a game. Good lesson. Tap that Azuri's Brigade. Bet he wishes he had a fog. And he's sick in his head right now. He's got Galvanic Blast. We sure do. Quite the finish. Man, worm coils are hard to deal with, that's for damn sure. So now we gotta figure out how do we deal with that worm coil. He just submitted right away. Psychic Miasma is an opportunity, except not really reliable. Aggroing him out is a way to do it. Him not drawing it. By the way, these are really bad answers to Worm Coil Engine. Not seeing much. I mean, Soul Parry prevents it from doing damage for a turn, but no way can we splash white for that. I think aggroing him out is going to be our best choice. I wish we had something like Mark of Mutiny, even though that's an M11 thing. So we're not going to make any changes, so we may as well just submit. Quite the bombs. Azuri's Brigade, and the Worm Coil Engine.